guys, welcome to Vlogmas day 19 and welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you're new here, my name's Alicia and today we're going to be wrapping presents. Specifically my teenage brother's presents while doing a Q&A because a lot of people have wanted me to do another Q&A for quite a while and I need to get some gifts wrapped. So I thought we could answer some questions while I just wrap some gifts. So about half an hour ago, I asked my community tab for people to send through the questions they have and I've gotten quite a few, which is fabulous. I also don't know if I'm going to be able to wrap presents on my bed or if it's going to be too difficult. We'll start off and see. I have to clarify also, these are all from my mum. They're not from me. My mum just needed a hand with wrapping everything. So she's like, hey Alicia, can you wrap Mitchell's gifts? And I'm like, you know what? Sure. Why not? So these are pretty much all from my mum. Why'd I just open that? I just opened it. Why'd I do that? Fixed. I did buy my brother some presents. If you watched one of my earlier Vlogmases, you would have seen the gift that I got for my brother. I got him an oversized pop vinyl, which was great. I think I'm gonna have trouble wrapping this on my bed. Oh, my mum has this board which she uses to do her puzzles on. I'm gonna go grab that and come back upstairs. It's gonna be like a tabletop for my bed. Here we are. Oh no. This should hopefully make everything a whole lot easier. Someone asked if I was married. Okay. All right, let's just start with the questions. First question, someone asked if I was married. I'm 17. No, I am not married. That's quite funny. I suppose a lot of people think I'm older than I actually am, like a lot older than I am. I'm only 17. I'm not married. On the topic of relationships though, I had someone ask, who's Elijah? I thought he was your boyfriend. Elijah's been in a couple of my vlogs now. He is not my boyfriend. We are just very good friends. I am taking a while to wrap this first gift. By the end of this video, I'll be super speedy. It just takes me some time to warm up. The funny thing about you guys thinking that Elijah's my boyfriend though, is that my mum, when I first became friends with Elijah and started hanging out with him, also thought that he was my boyfriend. But I assure you, Elijah and I are not dating. Another question I've gotten, and I get quite a bit, is if I have any siblings. And I know I've just said at the start of the video that I'm wrapping presents for my brother, but yes, I do have siblings, or a sibling. I have one younger brother. And for anyone who's wondering, my brother is 15. A lot of people were asking about college, or as we call it in Australia, university, and what my plans are now that I've finished high school and graduated from year 12. I feel like I did speak about this quite a bit in like my school vlogs and like my graduation vlog. But I've decided to take a gap year just because I feel like I need a year without school. I've been doing schooling for 13 years of my life, non-stop. And I feel like I just needed a year to kind of live an experience without the pressure of schooling. So next year I plan to work a lot on YouTube and on my own personal art practice, because for anyone who's new here, I went to art school and I am an artist myself. I really enjoy art, but I felt a lot of pressure when I was doing it for school. So I'm taking next year to kind of just focus on my creative practice without the pressure of doing it for someone or for something. And then of course I'm going to continue with my social media, with my YouTube, with my TikTok, with making content. It's something that I've really fallen in love with over the past couple of years. And I just want to see where that takes me. Okay, I'm wrapping a gift. Actually, no, I shouldn't wrap this in the other paper. I have to go downstairs and get my paper so that I can wrap myself the gift that I got myself, which is a candle that smells like cookies. It's so good. Okay, a lot of people, I've realized, are very curious about what I'm going to do at uni. As I said, taking a gap year, but then I'm thinking of going to uni in 2025. Just trying to figure out how to wrap this. And that's another reason I'm taking a gap year. I don't exactly know what I want to study yet. So I'm kind of taking a year to figure that out too. I think I'll probably go to uni for interior design or like a creative arts or fine arts degree. But part of me also really wants to study like TV and cinema. It's really confusing and I need to figure it out. Now let me try to figure out how I'm gonna wrap this. I know I could search up a tutorial, but I feel like that ruins the fun. Oh, I just ripped the paper. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. What if I... Surely this works. This is gonna be the worst wrap present. Oh my god. Why was I better at wrapping gifts when I was younger? Why didn't I just put this in a bag? I wrapped it. It's not horrible. It's just not great either. Watch this be even more difficult. It shouldn't be, but knowing me. Should I wrap these separate? Oh no, they're together. I was gonna say, should I wrap them separately, but they're cable tied together. Now, someone has asked me how I dealt with being an influencer in school, and I was so extremely lucky. I went to 3 high schools. The first high school, I wasn't really doing social media in any form, so I didn't deal with it there. Then the second high school I went to, no one really knew about it, and I wasn't like seriously doing it at that point. Like I think on TikTok I might have had like 30k followers, but no one really knew about it, so it wasn't that big of a deal, and I didn't really have to deal with it in any capacity. And then I moved to my 3rd high school, which is the school that I just graduated from. And I was so extremely lucky there. Everyone at that school really supported me in what I was doing. There was no kind of judgment for doing social media or being a YouTuber. And like, I only filmed a couple of times at school, but whenever I did it, there was no kind of judgment for it, which was just amazing. I had a really, really supportive cohort, I think, and that was really helpful. Like, no one ever made me feel ashamed for doing what I loved and being who I was. No one really made fun of me. Like, there was the odd comment here and there of, oh my god, that's so cringe or whatever. But the majority of people were really supportive of it, and I think that's what kind of made it easier and kind of made me feel okay about it. I think I just got extremely lucky, and I mean, there was like certain things that went bad. Like, it wasn't all like butterflies and rainbows. For example, when I left my previous high school I was at, people found my social media and like left some really mean comments. But I mean, I think the positives outweighed the negatives, and I was just so lucky to be surrounded by so many people who did support me. And I mean, some people made fun of me. I think it's inevitable. Even people in my class would make fun of me, would find reasons to like try tear me down. But at the end of the day, I'm doing something I really love doing, I really enjoy doing. If you had asked me when I was younger what I wanted to be a YouTuber, and I am right where I wanted to be. Like, I've worked so hard for this, and I'm not gonna let a few bad comments and a few negative people tear that down for me. So that was kind of like the social side of dealing with being an influencer at a school. I mean, I might make a whole video on it one day. As for like the actual academic side of things and dealing with schoolwork and doing social media, I was very, very focused while I was at school. I made sure I did all of my work in class, and I did even more than that. I made sure to do as much work as possible in class so that when I got home, I could focus on doing YouTube and TikTok and all the fun things I wanted to do. Plus, I had dance going on at the time. So it was really like learning to manage my time well and to kind of schedule when I was gonna get stuff done. And because I did so much work at school, I very rarely had homework, which was awesome. It gave me more time to focus on my hobbies and what I love to do. Someone's asked me if I like K-pop, and yes, I do. I love K-pop. I love the girl groups. Like, I listen to some boy groups, but I mostly listen to the girl groups. And it's kind of funny, actually. I never used to like K-pop. In fact, I was like low-key a K-pop hater. Not really. I never like actively hated K-pop. Like, oh my god, this stuff is crap. This is so cringe. Like, I was never like that. But I never got into it. Like, my ex-best friend loved K-pop, and I was just never into it. Like, it was never my thing. I was like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. But I always remember we went to like this K-pop store, and it honestly made me the happiest I've ever felt. I remember walking into that store and just being filled with like serotonin, because the vibes were just immaculate. It just made me so happy. Honestly, I can't remember exactly when. I think it was around, when did The Feels by Twice come out? 2021. Okay. The Feels by Twice came out. I remember listening, like, I just came across it on YouTube, and I was like, you know what, let me just like watch this. And I fell in love with it. It was so vibey. I learnt the whole dance. I was like in love with it. I've always been a fan of dancing and like as a dancer, so I like really appreciated that side of K-pop. But The Feels by Twice got me like so happy, especially during like quarantine still, because we were still in like COVID times. it made me so unbelievably happy. And then I kind of just fell into like the rabbit hole of YouTube and K-pop. I'm actually going to my first ever K-pop concert next year, and I'm very, very excited for it. I'm seeing IVE, which I'm just very, very excited. I love IVE. I've been following since their debut, and you know what? They make me happy. Their music makes me happy. Their vibes make me happy, so I'm looking forward to it. Also, if New Jeans ever comes to Australia, I'm dropping my whole bank account on that concert. Speaking of concerts, someone asked if I was going to the Macy Peters concert next year because she was my #5 artist on my Spotify Wrapped. Yes, I am. It's actually the night before my birthday, which is like the best birthday present ever. So I'm looking forward to it. I have so many concerts this year, which is crazy because I was really sad earlier this year because I felt like I hadn't been to any concerts. And for me, concerts are like my happy place. It's my safe space, which is really strange considering my like anxiety around social situations, but I never feel that at concerts. It just feels so safe to me, and like, I don't know how to describe it really. But I've got so many concerts booked in for next year. It's actually kind of ridiculous. How many concerts am I actually going to? Let me figure this out. One moment. I've got 11 concerts already. Oh my gosh. Olivia Rodrigo, please come to Melbourne so that I can buy concert tickets. Actually, don't save my bank account. Someone needs to take my ticket tech account away from me. You know what? I'm gonna tell you the concerts I've got next year because I'm really excited. So in January, I have Noah Khan and Gracie Abrams, which I'm going to Gracie by myself, and I'm really, really scared. I was meant to go with my friend, but she didn't get tickets. Or she didn't get tickets for the night that I was going, so I'm going by myself. I'm very nervy, very scared, but it's fine. I always make friends in lines at concerts, so I should be fine. I hope that I'll be fine. And then in February, I have Melanie Martinez. Oh, wait, no, I have one more in January that I haven't put down on my list yet. I just bought tickets to the Australian Open Festival because Rule's playing in it, and if you know anything about me, I'm Rule's #1 fan. Love that man. So I'm going just for him. And then in February, I'm going to Melanie Martinez, Taylor Swift. I was able to get tickets some way. Well, I haven't officially got them yet, so I don't know if I should say anything. But my friend got tickets for both Melbourne and Sydney, and she said that I more than likely, most possibly, probably, I'm manifesting it, I will be going to either Melbourne or Sydney, like one of the concerts. Sorry. And then my mum loves Pink, so we're going to Pink. And then in March, I'm going to Macy Peters. May, I'm going to Niall Horan and Missy Higgins. And then July, I'm going to IVE. And October, I'm going to Coldplay. So I'm like pretty booked next year for concerts, and I'm very excited. I love concerts. Someone's asked if I would ever get piercings or a tattoo, and this is something I've actually been thinking about a lot recently. So I have my ears pierced. Those are the only piercings I have. I want to get my nose pierced, and I've been thinking about it heaps. Like whenever I go to a shopping center recently with my friends, I'm like, guys, should I just go get my nose pierced? So I've been thinking about that for quite a while. I also want to get my seconds pierced because I've only got my first earrings. So yeah, I think I want to get my nose pierced, but I'm also very scared to do that. And I've been thinking about tattoos so much recently. I am going to get a tattoo, for sure. I want to get a little ghost tattoo. I've just always wanted to get a ghost tattoo, like a little cartoon one. But I've been thinking about that heaps. And then I want to get a little I'm greater than my highs and lows tattoo across my arm here, just for like diabetes. Just as a reminder to myself that I am so much more than my diabetes and my disability, but it's also a part of who I am and a part of my story. So I just think that I want to get that as a symbolization of me. And then the other tattoo that I really, really want to get, and it's actually kind of morbid and kind of sad, but I've been thinking about it heaps because my cat is getting quite old and he is sick. I'm gonna start crying if I say it and I think about it, but I will be getting a memorial. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I was crying about this the other day, but I will be getting a memorial tattoo for my cat. when he inevitably passes. I'm not gonna cry. It makes me so sad to think about, but I know that is something that I 100%, no doubt about it, will be getting. I don't want to think about it because it makes me sad. Someone's asked, how has type 1 diabetes changed your life and your emotions? Being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes completely changed my entire world. It changed how I view life as a whole. I don't think there's really any way to truly describe it unless you live through it, but every single aspect of my life changed when I was diagnosed. I mean, since being diagnosed, I think I just became so much more conscious of literally everything. What I ate, how I exercise, how I plan my everyday life, what I carry in my bag, what I value. I mean, it's really hard to just explain in one video. I could do a whole hour-length video, a podcast about how diabetes changed my life. It's very, very complex, and really, unless you live through it, it's hard to like explain and understand. And I mean, I feel like that kind of applies to most disabilities, chronic illnesses, mental illnesses. Unless you are actively living through it, it's not easy to explain to others because it always just feels like no one's gonna understand you. Oh no, I've just lost the little tail on my sticky tape. Okay, I think this is gonna be the last one because this is the last present I need to wrap. So, someone's asked what my favorite Olivia Rodrigo song is. I love this question. Okay, you know what? It's hard to choose just one because I love Olivia Rodrigo so much. So I'm gonna give you like 3. Pre-Sour era. It was, of course, like All I Want. That from High School Musical, the series. Great song. It was like my top song on Spotify Wrapped for 2 years straight. And then my favorite song from Sour is Hope You're Okay, but Favorite Crime comes in a very close second. And then off of Guts, my favorite song is Making the Bed. Or actually, maybe it's Teenage Dream. Or Love is Embarrassing. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to come back to that. Don't lock in my answer. I don't know what my favorite song off Guts is. There's 3. It's a tie. 3-way tie. Ah! Anyways, all of my brother's gifts are now wrapped. You're welcome, mother. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got to know me a little better, got to find out some spicy tea. Actually, none of it was that spicy. But I hope you enjoyed me answering some of your questions. As always, if you have any video suggestions or things you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know down in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 20. Bye!